PewDiePie has been banned in China. According to the Epoch Times, popular YouTuber PewDiePie censored in China after posting video critical of regime. And PewDiePie made a really funny point. He said China is like that person who just can't take any criticism, so they block everybody on Twitter. Yeah. You know what I was thinking about this? I got a couple stories I want to go through. We'll start with the PewDiePie one. But what's going to happen if literally every Western media outlet simultaneously criticizes China? What are they going to do? Are they going to ban everybody? There was supposed to be this big move where bringing our products and content to China would result in them becoming more democratic. Instead, we've begun importing their censorship. Well, enough. How about now we have people with spines stand up and everyone collectively do it? And then the result will be China? Do you want to ban literally everything we talk about all the time and turn off the TV? Or do you want to accept that we can talk about it and you can be criticized? Pick one. It'll be interesting to see what happens. There was recently a thing at the NBA where some guy bought like 300 tickets and then filled all of the seats with people wearing shirts that said "Stand with Hong Kong." You can't ban everybody. Let's read this story about PewDiePie. Popular YouTube star PewDiePie was censored from China's largest online community after he took a stab at the Chinese regime's sensitivity about the ongoing Hong Kong protests, while mocking American companies that have curbed free speech to appease the regime. In a video on October 16th, PewDiePie, they say his real name, whatever, Felix Schellberg, took aim at the NBA and Blizzard Entertainment for putting profits over free speech in their handling of the Hong Kong issue. PewDiePie is the second most popular YouTube channel with more than 101 million subscribers. Soon after the video, all information about the YouTuber disappeared from China's latest internet forum, Baidu Tieba, a platform similar to Reddit. The forum is hosted by Baidu, China's leading search engine. Someone from NBA tweets something saying, "I support Hong Kong," and then NBA is like, "Oh God, we need Chinese money," so it just spirals out of control, Schellberg said in the video. After Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey tweeted the message, "Stand with Hong Kong." Yeah, I think most of us know what happened at this point. Morey quickly deleted the tweet. He later apologized for any hurt caused by the message, while the NBA issued a statement saying it was regrettable. And now apparently the NBA has come out and said, no, we're going to stand for free speech because they realized it's more offensive to your core audience to bend the knee to communist China. The gestures were not enough to fend off the swift backlash from China. All of the NBA's Chinese official partners suspended ties with the league, while the league's Chinese broadcast partners pulled airings of 2 exhibition games held in China. Obviously, China is like that one person on Twitter that can't take any criticism and just blocks everyone. There you go. Nailed it. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver later defended Morey's right to express his views on Hong Kong, but noted that it was not the league's job to regulate what players, employees, and team owners say. Silver also said Chinese authorities had pressed them to fire Morey over the issue. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you the difference between the right and the left, at least as it's perceived right now. Communist China says somebody associated with your league has said a thing we don't like, terminate them in every possible way. And NBA is like, whoa. He doesn't work for us. You know, he owns the team and he participates in the NBA. So think about it this way. Imagine if you messed something up and, you know, like your neighbor goes to your parents and then tells your parents they have to kick you out of the house. And you're gonna like, wait, like take it up with him. You know what I mean? Well, maybe that's a bad analogy, but the point is they're going to the NBA and trying to use external pressure to force Morey to bend the knee. That's scary. They say, meanwhile, several people in the league, including Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr, you know what, man, we know about this stuff. I'm not going to rehash it. He goes on and talks about Blizzard. We got stuff. I got some better news. I want to tell you, how do you respond to these spineless losers who are terrified of China? Ooh, poor China. I'll admit, I'm never going to China. No way. They're trying to walk in. They're going to get out. But I'll tell you what you do. Couple things. Quentin Tarantino holds firm and won't recut Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for China. Bravo, Quentin Tarantino. Of all the people that I could expect to not bend the knee, it would certainly be Quentin Tarantino. He seems like somebody who just doesn't care, and he'll do what he wants. And he tends to do it right. I thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was pretty great. Tarantino will not recut Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to placate Chinese censors, Variety has confirmed. The decision likely means the Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt buddy dramedy and ode to late 60s Tinseltown won't be making an appearance in China, at least in non-pirated form. Tarantino previously ran afoul of higher-ups in the country with Django Unchained, and ultimately agreed to make some excisions that eliminated scenes of graphic violence and nudity after the film was yanked from release. It didn't matter much when it was re-released in edited form, the film went on to flop in China, eking out 2.7 million, even as it grossed a mighty 425.4 million globally. Once Upon a Time, which boasts DiCaprio, a favorite with Chinese audiences, is a lead role along with another A-lister, Pitt. Many have fared better. Let me ask you something. Do people in China just not realize all this is happening? Like when PewDiePie gets purged, don't they sit there and say like, oh, PewDiePie's gone. Like now we have no idea what's happening. Like you can see it happening, right? You'd be upset by that, right? Man, could you imagine someone being like, I watch PewDiePie every day and he was banned, and then going, oh well, praise China. Wait, hold on. No, why? You're allowed to live and experience and have an opinion. Hey man, at least as an American, that's what we're supposed to believe. But let me tell you what, check this out. South Park plays the go-go streaming field with bids approaching $500 million. Now you may be saying, Tim, what does this have to do with China? Rumor has it that although you have a bunch of streaming networks trying to win the rights to South Park, rumor has it Netflix pulled out specifically because it could damage their standing in China. Aw, is that so? I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor that's going around. And I will tell you, they can't say this. Bids for this, so let's read. At the same time, it finds itself in the middle of a controversy about China-U.S. relations. Comedy Central's South Park is exploring the booming streaming marketplace for established shows. Bids for the series, now in its 23rd season, have approached $500 million, sources confirmed to Deadline. And here it is. Netflix, interestingly, has dropped out of the bidding, according to people familiar with the situation. Now, the viral rumor was that Netflix dropped out because the banned in China episode, South Park did an episode criticizing China. China then banned South Park. If Netflix picks up South Park, China might say, we're going to block you too. I will say this, though. It's a rumor. I haven't confirmed it. It may be true. I don't know. It could also be possible that once the bid got to $400 million, Netflix was like, nah, that's too much money. So I think a lot of people might want to attribute Netflix dropping out to China. And I think it's important to, listen, I don't normally like talking about rumors, but I think this one was prominent enough. It was like the front page of Reddit that someone should point out. So far, all I've found is that it could possibly be Netflix just not having the money or not wanting to spend that much. They dropped out of the bidding when the number got too high. But it could be China. They say Hulu, however, which has had streaming rights to the show since 2014, is among several companies in the mix. Another active bidder is CBS, sources tell Deadline. The company is about to merge with Viacom, the home of South Park linear airings and ad-supported streams. Subscription service CBS All Access, which has millions of subscribers, would be a logical destination for the show, given its status as a signature company property. Isn't that crazy how things have kind of evolved in this way? CBS was always just regular old analog TV for me, not cable. Comedy Central was cable, but now South Park might find itself on a more mainstream network because of it. So they say, an episode of South Park banned in China this month took no prisoners in roasting the contradictory stance of U.S. entities, including the NBA and Hollywood. While they espouse support for constitutional and human rights, the episode poked fun at those values sometimes taking a backseat to the pursuit of revenue from the world's second largest economy. As anti-government protests continue to percolate, China predictably frowned on the episode, but it was viewed widely via pirated streams. South Park has no official license deal in China, nor do any other Comedy Central shows. Viacom has thus far escaped the blowback that has hit the NBA and companies like Apple and Activision. They say in much of the rest of the world, it is boom times for Hollywood, especially for those holding rights to a select group of established titles. Netflix, which will be losing Friends and The Office in the next few years in deals worth a collective $1 billion, put down $500 million for rights to Seinfeld starting in 2021. Warner Media's HBO Max. Okay, so I wanted to see if they have any direct statement about China being involved, but I haven't found it. I did a decent amount of searches, so some of you may be thinking that was real. I can't find it, so, take whatever. Believe what you want. I can't prove it. Again, it may just be that Netflix couldn't afford it or didn't want to pay for it. But I'll say this. To the South Park guys, to Quentin Tarantino, that's what a spine looks like. Okay, this is what a spine looks like. The NBA came out after the fact. Nah, sorry, you still don't have a spine. You see, the NBA boots people from a game, and they bend over for China, and it's only after they realized they were threatening their core market that they were like, wait, we'd rather have some money than just, we would rather have the American market, which is the predominant market, as opposed to pleasing China. But I'll tell you what, NBA, I don't go to your games anyway, so don't take my word for it. In the end, man, don't bend the knee. You know what, man? There are such slime balls, such slimy people. They don't care about you or me or what's important or human rights. They care about making money. You know what? That's a terrifying world to live in, I gotta admit. If you want to sell your soul and you want to sell out everybody else just so you can have an extra buck, not worth it. But I hope your boat is comfortable when you buy that fancy yacht. Yeah. Anyway, stick around. I got one more segment coming up in a few minutes, and I will see you all shortly.